Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I don't do a whole lot of videos. This one should be helpful to those who might have this issue. My hood latch cable broke, and now I finally got one to replace it. So I just jumped in. It's a cold weather in Colorado, but this is my 1987 5-speed rear-wheel drive e35 e30 4-door, beige color or gold color. But this is it. Here we go. I already installed the cable, but I was like, hey, maybe some folks would need this knowledge as well, so decided to record it. So here is the handle, which is secured. You see this little clip? That is how that clip always stays. Well, it stays on. It doesn't. You can't really get it out unless you completely remove the cable, and there's a trick to it. But this clip, you see how it's there? It doesn't come out unless you take the whole cable apart. And I'll show you real quick how it's done. But anyway, that broke on my old one. I got this other one. So now it goes, basically you gotta disassemble it up front in order for you to get it through the hole there. There's a rubber entrance through the dash. It's not that bad. I mean, I can't focus the camera, but it's reachable to see where it's at. Anyway, but in order to install, you got to go to the front and undo everything in the front. So here we go. Have the hood up, so that cable goes right through there. You can see it right through there, and it comes along this bay here, comes out. In order for you to get to the latch, you gotta pull off basically that piece. The trim, the headlight trim, two bolts, and then there's little clips right there. But basically you have to undo that in order to get to in order to fix this. Anyway, this is the latch. So, and it goes through with other stuff. It goes through this opening here in the frame. You stick it in there and grab a hold of it, and then there's two 10mm bolts that hold it. So you have to kind of play with it to get it aligned. But so the plastic piece, the headlight trim comes off. Then you got to pull the headlight. It's pretty simple. There's one, two, three. So three Phillip head bolts, or you call them, I don't know how you call them, with the little sharp threads on them, like self-tapper threads. Anyway, you got to pull this off the headlight, leave it hanging like that, and that is how you gain access to get this out of here. This latch, fell off. Need to get a GoPro so I can film this better. Anyway, so this is the latch. So once you pull this off, it's kind of hard to do this with one hand, honestly. But basically this is it. And this is how you have to, you see this little thing, guy, this little bend? That is how you fix. That's how you have to unbend this. Usually on the warm days it's pretty nice maybe to get it unbent and bent back, but now since it's so cold, it usually breaks. So if you were to unbend this, you might get lucky, but if not, I didn't get lucky, so mine broke. And but anyway, when you straighten this out, this whole piece comes off. Okay, all of it comes off, all of it coming out. And then you just basically take this whole without this, you basically feed that cable through where it goes inside the car. And you can also pull this whole rod out of there and lubricate it with some silicone lubricant, this piece that moves in and out. And then it goes the same way in without this first. So when you refeed it through the car, you come back to this end again when it's fed through like the way I have it here, and you basically put these pieces back together. You slide this little stopper, and then you bend this back. You bend it back so that way it stops, and it does its thing. There's a spring inside. There's a spring inside there, but this is how it plays. This is what the lever inside the car would do. So now I'm at the point where all I got to do is put this inside here like that, just like that. Fix it in place. Oh, actually I gotta go back inside the car and install the handle first, so this doesn't come off, because this can jump out. So you gotta go back in the car. By the way, this is my old cable. You can see this thing, somebody was trying to fix it and then didn't do such a good job. But you can't really fix this. Well, actually you could, except he lost all the parts to it. But yeah, it's a good time to pull this whole thing out and lubricate it. But you gotta straighten this piece out. Anyway, gotta go back in. And what you gotta do is focus. Battery's low. Oh, no grease on the camera. Anyway, so here I am. Too much light, not enough light. I should have done it in daylight. But I like the flashlights because you can see a lot of things with the flashlight than in the daytime. Anyway, so here I am at this point. But remember, this piece right here, this little clip, it stays on. So make sure you don't, when you pull the cable to lubricate, make sure this piece stays. This little clip, which is right here, it stays on. You don't want to lose it because it's part of the assembly and it stays with the cable. You could probably cheat the system, but I wouldn't want to by cutting something. And no, it's actually not going to work because there's a little tiny feed line or feed hole. But basically that's what tensions it. That little guy. So when it goes like this, there you go. So when the handle mounts like that, this little stopper is it? Yeah, so basically we're at this position now. I'm gonna have to grab a hold of this cable here. Now this goes in like this. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my focus. Focus. There we go. Alright, so one hand. Goes back like this, in this position. Make sure it's facing the right direction. Okay, so that goes into that slot. And basically line it up. Put a little tension. I don't know if I can do this with one hand. There we go. Boom. Hopefully you guys saw that. But you see this? It's back in there, fed through, just like that. Sorry if my hands are in the way. I'm trying to do my best in the dark with one hand. So there it is. Now all I gotta do is push it. Alright. And basically set it in place. Okay. My screws go right back in. Ooh, it's cold. November. A little chilly. And another. Oh, where are you? I enjoy these cars. Fell in love with one of these. I actually have two e30s. One is a 1990 IS, two-door, black, automatic. And I was really wanting to get a four-door. I'm a fan of four-doors. And I picked this one. This is 1987. But my other one, somewhere behind this car. Anyway, so that's set. Now it's time to go back to the front and work on getting that other part in. Alright. Well, here we go. So it all stayed in one piece, which is nice. Okay, now I gotta get a plastic piece and put it on to protect from rust, a little dust shield. Alright, where's my dust shield? Here it is. Here is the dust shield. Hold grease. Something yucky. Anyway, and I wish I had a better lighting here. It's just my phone is doing some weird things. I have nowhere to put this light. come my autofocus doesn't work? All right. Man, terrible, terrible, terrible setup. Horrible setup. Maybe. Okay. Alright, so this thing, dust shield, maybe a good time to add a little bit of grease. I've added some silicone based paste. Know where to set my phone even.